Tragedy on one of the most traveled stretches of highway in the nation. 1 year ago tomorrow, this was the scene of a deadly bridge crash on Interstate 35 in Salado. That's about an hour's drive north of Austin. A flatbed truck hauling a tall boom lift slammed into a bridge under construction. The strike dislodged massive concrete beams, causing them to topple onto the road below. One person died, 3 others were hurt. KXAN investigator Robert Maxwell takes us back to that day and updates us on the legal fallout.
The call came into the Salado Volunteer Fire Department late morning as a bridge collapse.
It was crazy. You don't ever think about something that big.
For Fire Chief Shane Barrier, who was first on the scene, the accident sticks in his memory as if it was yesterday.
Lots of sirens, lots of screaming, yeah.
A year later, the horrific accident scene, of course, has long since been cleaned up. And instead of first responder sirens, the only sound you hear now here on I-35 is the constant hum of traffic traveling under the new concrete beams that now make up the spine of the FM 2484 bridge.
Today, the bridge is 16 feet 10 inches above the road. At the time of the accident, the roadway underneath had not yet been lowered. So that put the original beam heights at 14 feet 1/2 inch, according to TxDOT investigators. They found the height of the truck hauling the boom lift was a full 4.5 inches higher than the bottom of the beams. Too high to safely clear them. And approach signs warned of an even lower height, just 13.6, the maximum regulation height for big rigs on a highway. TxDOT staff confirmed the driver had never applied for an overheight permit. That would have rerouted him away from all lower bridges. Authorities cited the driver and the company he worked for. And DPS tells KXAN criminal charges are still pending against the driver. KXAN tracked down that truck driver, Valentin Martinez, at his home in Dallas. He says he's not driving a truck any longer, but wouldn't say more on the advice of his lawyer.
Suffice it to say, as you can imagine, the instantaneous and unexpected loss of your son and father is just tragic, something that nobody should have to experience.
The attorney for the family of the man who died, Clark Davis, says this is not a case of what the lawsuit contends is a trucker's negligence. The suit also names the equipment rental company that owns the boom, as well as the construction company TxDOT hired to build the bridge.
Bridges get hit all the time. Unfortunately, trucks go out too tall all the time. That doesn't mean people should die. And so, yeah, I am deeply concerned that more things like this could happen.
Clark Davis died when one of the concrete beams crushed his pickup truck. 3 other people were hurt, including another truck driver. Construction workers pulled him from his burning rig. Back in Salado, Chief Barrier says truck crashes continue to happen in this construction zone, like this one earlier this week. But he says in his 18 years of saving lives, the Salado Bridge crash will always stand out.
That'll be the biggest call I'd probably go to.
In Salado, Robert Maxwell, KXAN investigates.
The FM 2484 bridge is supposed to be complete in the next 2 months, nearly a year behind schedule. Apart from the delays the accident caused, TxDOT has fined the construction company $500,000 and counting for project delays, $2,800 a day. We reached out to both the equipment rental and construction companies and have yet to hear back from them. In the civil suit, attorneys expect to begin taking depositions next week. That is the next step ahead of a scheduled jury trial next February. And digging deeper into your safety around bridges, KXAN went out with the Austin Police Highway Enforcement Team. Their job is to make sure the trucks we all travel alongside are following the correct routes, especially if they're too tall for our bridges. Police say one of the more common mistakes truckers make is taking a wrong turn, and that can lead to a time-consuming assist from police.
Sometimes whenever the trucks, the overhigh loads do go off route, there's times that we've had to shut down the highway. We've had to back the trucks up the highway to get them to an exit ramp and get them around that low bridge to get them back on route.
And sometimes off-route truckers end up facing low-hanging wires or streetlights and other obstacles. And police tell us drivers who do cause traffic disruptions are typically cited.